I wanted to take a moment to showcase the Nintendo Switch 2 because, to be honest, it seems to be getting a lot of hate. People are fed up with it. And, I think what it is, people tend to go into generations of consoles just expecting the world when really the first year's usually relatively quiet. So, you should know what you're walking into. Some people are going to come in new, fresh. They've never had a Switch before. So you've got a whole ecosystem of games. Other people, maybe you've had a Switch and you're looking at the latest games thinking there's not enough. It depends how often people play games, really, and how you can repeat games. Like I like karting games, so I do love Mario Kart. And it's something you can play for a long period of time. But yeah, there's so many layers to this, of course. We can look at the UI. It's very vibrant, isn't it? I think it's incredible the way it just looks. The fact that you can take it off of a dock and you can just play it handheld on your sofa. I actually like all that. I think it's great. So it's a very versatile system, which is really, really, really different to the average console. So I'm a multi-console gamer. I'm not just like one specific console. I'm a big PC gamer. I've got a vast library. I've also got a PS5. Got other consoles. So it's not like I spend, like if I'm buying games, for instance, it's not specific to one console. So if someone's a Nintendo only, like they're just a fan and they just, all they are invested in that one console, they're going to have a far bigger library than I have. And then by extension, there might be people who, don't have many games at all. And so it's, it's just different things. So I just want to showcase really, I personally think I'm probably the typical average gamer of a Nintendo device, to be honest, who has other consoles. I don't have like loads of games, but enough to suffice. So effectively, just to start it off, I'm really impressed with the Switch 2 already. Like the first two games, I think they've launched great. I think what they've done is showcase really the potential for how far the hardware can be pushed, which is quite exciting. And Nintendo always have a way of getting so much out of so little. So the potential's there. Whether other games do, we don't know. But if every time a Nintendo game launches, you can just be quite excited where it's going to go. But yeah, so I've got crossover games like Hades. I've also got on PC. But like I said, I like the fact that you can detach it. You can detach the controller and just. So I just bought it again. And this is the other thing. A lot of people talk about the price of games. And they make it sound like it's just prohibitively expensive to own a Switch, let alone a Switch 2. That's not the case. First-party games are expensive. AAA, like real high like demand titles, yeah, they can be expensive at launch. But there's also the eShop, which I'll show later, and there's like incredible discounts on games. You just can't expect to have the game at launch. So don't get caught up in the marketing, and you can end up with a lot of games relatively cheap. So a lot of my games I've bought cheap. I haven't paid full price for most of them, to be totally honest. So back in the day, just to put it into context here, this is how it was. It was a mess. I used to hate it because every time you installed a game, it went to the front. So if you play a game, it moves to the front. But it just meant every time you added a game or you downloaded it from your existing library, you had to think a bit in advance. Like, wait a minute, if I download my favorite one, it's going to end up at the back. It's just all stupid things. The filter can be annoying because you can filter between, I think, consoles and all sorts of things. I'll download this software there, sort by publisher title, but it resets. As soon as you come off the screen, it resets. It's pointless. But groups is where it gets great. You can literally create any group folder you want, title it whatever you want. For me, I've obviously come up with a system that works for me. So I've got certain categories. Then I just thought, what am I actually playing at the moment? That makes sense. So then I can just go straight to that folder. And then if I want to play something different, I'll go somewhere, one of the others. So this one here, Switch 2, I only have 2 exclusive games on the Switch 2. And there's not that many right now, but these 2 are incredible. I think we're going to be talking about Donkey Kong Bonanza for the duration of the Switch 2 in the same way we had with Super Mario Odyssey. But again, all these games from the previous generation work on the Switch 2 anyway, so they were great games. Super Mario Odyssey and Donkey Kong Bonanza, 2 of the best platform games you're going to come across, both available here. You've got Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World. Like, for instance, even if I only had them games, you can guarantee I'm going to be entertained for a long time. But then we've also got other games, I have not got all of them. I still need to get Mario 3D World, Mario Wonder. I've had Zelda Breath of the Wild twice, but I need to get that again. I haven't got it. I had it on cartridge. And then you've also got Tears of the Kingdom. So even in that sense, there's still more games for me to add. Previous generation that would be absolutely great here too. And then of course we've got games to look forward to in the foreseeable future. Then we've got like emulators that are actually Nintendo official. GameCube, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, all those things. Of course, you have to have a membership for that. Then we got the Lego games. We'll go through some of these and showcase them, but just wanted to like really show briefly the games here to show, look, my attitude is with any system, as long as there's about 10 games to play, I'm good. Yeah, of course we want a massive library, but it can get convoluted. But as long as I've got 10 games to play, then it's worthwhile having. And with Nintendo, I don't take it so serious. I'm looking for light-hearted, fun, entertaining games that aren't too deep, personally. And that's what I like Nintendo for. It's just relaxing, pretty much. And I like the Lego games. So even in that sense, we've got enough Lego to keep us busy, enough Nintendo to keep us busy. At this point, anything else is a bonus, and I look forward to whatever comes future in the Switch 2 with the quality, you know? But that's them. Then we've also got some racing games. There's enough there to keep me busy. And again, I don't own everything. And then we've got a few other little, like, dungeon crawlers, I call them, but they've got crossovers. But we've got Hades, Death's Door, Moonlighter. They're fun. Side scroller. This is where you forget what you got, really. I've got Sonic Mania. We've got Ori. There's another Ori to get as well. These are platformers. Yooka-Laylee is a bit like Donkey Kong. Again, that's another game I need to get. Donkey Kong. Frozen Kingdom, I think it's called. Wonder Boys, we've got Shinobi Demo. I need to move to a demo section. That I really want to buy. It's really fun. And we'll showcase that. I'm going to showcase some of the demos. I need to move it into demos. Then we've got AAAs. Now, I haven't got all of them installed. As you can see, there's a little cloud logo. It means I can download them at any time, but I just don't have the storage to keep everything on it, to be honest. Especially these sort of titles. They're usually really big file sizes. This little friends, I don't know if I'll be able to show it because I think you need to have it in like portable mode, but it's like Nintendogs, and I find it quite relaxing. You literally have a pet. But yeah, I've got all sorts of things really. Demos, yeah. So what we do, I can showcase this actually while I do it. All you do is you go here to create a group. We've already got the group, so we'll go demo. Then we go edit group, add, and I've got to add that demo. What was it? Can't remember the game now. See what I mean? It's not in the order you'd want it. Oh, Shinobi. Let me find Shinobi. Here it is. So we get Shinobi and we'll chuck Shinobi into my demo section. Then I can keep control of it. I think I might have recently deleted. I hope I didn't. I bet I did because it takes up a lot of space. I had Street Fighter on the Switch 2. It was really good. It would have been a great game to showcase. But I think because I needed to install Mario Kart or something, I can't remember what I installed. I installed something I needed the storage. But that was a great demo. Yeah, I don't have it now. So we come back. Yeah. And we can reorder them, so you can move them around a bit, put it into higher positions. But yeah, we'll showcase that one in a little while. And then ungrouped, games I haven't really got in groups. Ori, that was in a group, wasn't it? I put it in there already. Yeah, they're already in groups. That should be side-scroller, that one. Anyway, sort that mess out later. Oh, these ones I thought would be good on the TV. Again, I haven't really updated it properly, so when I think, oh, that'd be good for docked. These ones I completed. I haven't really completed a lot. Anyway, so let's go through some games, shall we? Like we've seen there's a library. In fact, before we get into the games, let's go and search around a bit first, because I just want to show the breadth of the console before we even look at the quality of what the games actually look like. So let's go look at Nintendo Switch Online. So this is a subscription-based service. There's 2 tiers. You can get a family pack too. But effectively, one tier, you have online access, you have cloud saving, you have the emulated games, so games from previous eras, up to the I think it's just Super Nintendo. I'm not really sure how far that goes. Then there's an extra package and a bit more. I don't think they're particularly expensive, to be honest, compared to what you get with the other consoles. It's relatively cheap, and you get access to like Mega Drive, GameCube. I don't know if N64 is on the original one or not. I don't think it was. I think N64 as well. So effectively, you just get the full experience and some other things too. They were doing something before where you can buy these. You can buy a special pack. It costs about £90, and you can pick 2 games. And effectively, you manage to save money. Expansion pack. What's this? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's part of the expansion thing. So you get the they're showing it. I think they're trying to showcase the GameCube. So there's the GameCube and things. So they do show you tiers. It should say membership options here. So effectively, Nintendo Switch Online is this one. You do get a free trial, a 7-day free trial on the individual side there. It's £18 a year, which I don't think is particularly expensive. Why would you do £6.99 a month when you could just have £18 for a year? Crazy. And then the other one's £35, so it's double, but I think it's good. So I would consider getting it if people were interested. Effectively, it opens up a huge catalogue of games for just very little money for the whole year, you know. So then we go over to you get get news, which I like. So he keeps you up to date with the new releases, but also if there's a sale going on, it's like, oh, okay, there's a sale. So there was recently a really good sale. It's sort of faded now, but there's always something on sale. So it showcases something games that are coming this month. Any new announcements? It's worth having a little look around that. Shop. Let's have a look at the shop. It's a lot quicker on the Switch 2 than the original Switch. Switch used to load so slow. I am thinking about getting this Mario Galaxy because I never had a Wii. I didn't like the Nintendo Wii. Hated it. And I didn't get to play these games. I think they were on the Wii. And I think, you know, I think this is a good deal. I mean, everyone's talking about the price moaning. I don't think so. I think if you compare it to the price of games nowadays, it's a fully fledged game. I really don't care if it was on a different platform. If it looks and plays great to modern standards, it's worth it, isn't it? So you get both games for £59, which is the price of one game generally anyway. But I'm thinking of just paying $33.99 for the first Galaxy. And then if I like it enough, because I'm not going to play two at once. It's not going to happen. And I think £34 for a brand new release is not bad at all. And then if I want the other one, I'll get it later. Unless I decide to get the cartridge. But that's two games. Hades 2, I've still got Hades to play, but that ain't even expensive at £25, a brand new release. It's the same price as PC, so there's no inflation, there's no dodgy pricing. I think great. You've got Silk Song there. And the good thing is there's a lot of demos. So let's say you bought a console, you're like, oh, I can't afford these games. There's plenty of demos to keep you entertained. This Sonic Crossworlds I've shown in previous videos, it's actually really good. You get 3 tracks, like a whole Grand Prix, and you can just keep replaying that. But the good thing with Crossworlds is halfway through the race, it changes to a different track, different circuit. And what I noticed was, I'm pretty sure it's any circuit in the whole game. It's not just confined to the 3 that you get, you know, because it changes. And I was like, well, that's interesting because it's almost like a mini full game in the whole demo, which I think is great. There's a publisher sale going on there. Donkey Kong. Again, there's a demo now for Donkey Kong Bonanza. We've got games coming soon, so if I have a look at that, what can we look forward to? I'm interested in Metroid Prime. I probably will get it. Whether day one, I don't know. Don't always have to get everything the day it launches, like you're going to miss out. Tennis. I think that'd be fun, but I wouldn't pay £60 for a tennis game. It's crazy. It's just, yeah, sometimes if you just, again, you see all these little demo labels in the top corners, it's worth a go, worth having a look at them. So anyway, let's have a look at the sales. This is where it's always worth going. Like I say, this is the Street Fighter game. It literally released at £35. Brand new Switch 2 game at launch. It's now half price at £17.50, which I think is a really good deal. This one, Wobbly Life. You know, I mean, these might seem expensive. You're going to find even cheaper ones in a minute. Yeah, Overcooked 2 is £5.99, down from £20. If you click it, it will tell you down here, product details. Sale ends the 8th of October. You don't have to panic because there's always other sales popping up anyway. There'll be another set of games, you know. But if you want something, it's like grab it while it's cheap. And if you just buy them, if you just invest this way, you'll get loads of games with not a lot of investment. Look, this one, Slime Rancher. It's a FPS game. It looks quite fun. Now, some games will be enhanced for the Switch 2, even if they're not meant to. It literally, let's say it had frame rate issues or stability issues or texture problems, it might get fixed with this Switch 2 just because it has different capabilities. And it will tell you if it's compatible. But yeah, look, even a little Lego game there's a little brick building game for £3.74. I'm not familiar with every game. This Sifu's good. It's like a karate game, Kung Fu. I like that. That's £10 down from 35. So like I say, you can build up a massive library. This is how I've built my library up for the most part. You just have a look. And if you're not sure how good a game is, let's say tennis, you can have a little Google, Tennis World Tour, and you see what people think of it. House of the Dead 2, that only just recently launched. It's already got a new discount at launch. Abzu's good, it's very short though. It's more like a little relaxing game. But like I said, recently there was more sales. It was a better sale because you had Lego games and everything on the thing. So of course they'll come back round. But yeah, just grab things when they're cheap. And then you can put your wish list and you can filter it out. But effectively, that's how I've got the majority of my games. You know, I paid £1.70 for this. £1.79 for this Little Friends, which is like Nintendogs. And it's worth a lot more than that. So if I was to click this, and then we go to store. I don't know if it'll show me the price, actually, because I own it. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, I don't think it'll show a price. It'll just say download. Oh, no, £40. Okay, so its retail price is $39.99, which is a bit mental. And I paid £1.79 recently in a sale. So all you've got to do is add it to your wish list. There should be a heart, which I can't show because I've already bought it. But you put a heart next to it. It will end up in your wish list. And then all you do, keep this. This is how I do it now. It's really good to store like this. Just go back in quick before we get to games. Where is it? So we go current offer. I know you got wish. So you got a wish list. So if you put a heart on it, you click the heart. You put it on your wish list. Then instead of having loads of games to go through, all you do is click this one at the top where it says on sale. Now it only shows you the ones that are on discount. So you can, rather than go through the store and filter through every little game, you can go, wait a minute, what are the ones I've always said I wanted? Ah, they're cheap. This Panzer Dragoon, that's normally £2 something, so don't fall for that. So it's worth keeping your eye on pricings. And there is websites you can actually go to, and it will tell you the historical prices of them. So you'll know when they go on, how often they go on sale. You know how cheap it's been in the past. So then you don't get fleeced. Yeah, that's how I did it. So, of course, at the moment it says 20. At some point there'll be more, and I'll get to go through it and go, you know what, that's a great deal. And you can save some money. So anyway, let's have a look at some of the mainstream games. I'm going to have to be careful just to make sure they're installed. Because I just want to show that how the variety of games, but I think just how good it is. And this isn't specific just to Switch 2, because a lot of my games are Switch 1 as well. Like, you know, it's not, I haven't got that many at just Switch 2. However, it will enhance the games anyway, so performance-wise, and it might add it. There might be a bit better graphically because of higher resolutions and things. But yeah, let's have a little look. So we do Mario Kart World, and then what I'll do, I'll showcase Mario Kart 8 as well, because I freaking love Mario Kart 8. And you can see a difference. Like, personally, I think deep down, I think Mario Kart 8 is better because it's literally a track game, a circuit game, whereas this has a bit of open world. It has long stints between the races, but you're still challenging each other. But it just seems to be a departure, really, from the tried and tested for me personally. But I'm going to play the life out of this too, you know. The more tracks, for me, the more tracks, the merrier. And the art style with this, where you get to pick your characters, I think is really great. It really gives a. I think this is Nintendo are just great at what they do. I think some people. I think let's do this little guy. Shall we nib it? I think some people sleep on Nintendo, to be totally honest, because they're too busy trying to play the biggest and best, and it's like, well, it's fun everywhere. Let's get a car. I always like to have a car that's it's reasonable. I do want a car rather than a bike. Let's do this little one. Oh, it's going to be slow. Oh, we'd do it because it matches his colour. It is his car, actually, I think. So I've showcased that one a couple of times in a different video. Let's do some different tracks. What should we do? I actually like that. Let's have a go at this one because I quite like that Kingdom one. Do you know the Boo? We'll do it at the fastest pace, shall we? I haven't done it. I'm probably going to struggle. The Haunted one I like. That's a really good track. I'm hoping the sound levels are high enough. So the other thing to mention here is, you know, Pro controllers are expensive. £75 for a Pro controller. It's really premium. I do like Nintendo's controllers, but it's a bit pricey. So I've got a dongle that you can get on Amazon for £20, and it can literally turn any controller into a Nintendo controller. So you can have a PS5 controller, you can have a PS4 controller, you can have Xbox. And I had a spare Xbox one because I upgraded my PC to the PlayStation 5 controller. And I just had this one lying around, a Series X controller. So I'm playing the PlayStation 5 in this TV mode with an Xbox controller. Literally £20. So it is more versatile than the average person realise. It's a bit of a shame because I would like to just skip to the Haunted Mansion one. Haunted track. But I do want to get through it because I want to show people the games, of course. I don't want to sort of like make you bored where you have to watch the whole freaking series. But the transitions are good, aren't they? I personally think, you know, you're not just on a car all the time, in a track. Even in single player, it's quite competitive. Look now, shells everywhere. But like I say, between this one and the Mario Kart 8, it's enough racing. It's fun. You might think, why do you jump? You jump every time there's a jump part. If you jump, it gives you a boost. Oh, have I got a purple shell on me? I don't like the purple shells in these karting games. Right, unfortunately, I was going to show the game. I don't want to sort of bore people too much, so I want to get through it a bit. I really wanted to show the track there with the haunted one because I had a real good fun time with that. Let's do the original Mario Kart 8 now. So this is from the Switch. So that one was Mario Kart World Switch 2. This is Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Switch. Now, something I want to show here is really important. We go on here, go Grand Prix. We'll do the fastest one, shall we? So, of course, the way they look here, the way you select characters is different to the new one. Both good. I'll do Link. So I've got some new ones. Let me just... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I don't really want... What that wheel, man. All right, we'll do that just to make it interesting. Weird. So what we got here is... I can't remember if it's the silver ones. I'm pretty sure it's silver ones. These ones here that are in silver are part of the expansion pack you get. If you've got Nintendo Online, the extra pack, I can't remember what it's called, the more expensive version, you get this expansion pack for free. You do have to download it, so just go on the store and download it. But yeah, you get access to this, and it's about £20 normally. So it's almost like a no-brainer to me, to be honest. And their game, they are tracks from previous generation consoles, like the Game Boy, I think Game Boy Advance, the GameCube, and all sorts. So it just breathes new life into it, really. London Loop Boo. I actually had fun with some of this. Let's do this one, shall we? So that adds just double the tracks. So even Mario Kart 8, before we had this new one, it was more than fine. And it's really fun. I think it's a timeless game, to be totally honest. So we can get caught up in the latest stuff, but this one's just great too. Oh, I thought I missed it. Oh, crap. It's a bit of a wiggly track. Not sure it's the best track to sort of showcase the game, to be totally honest. But ultimately, this is 2 karting games, which hours and hours of fun, like literally. You can play with other people online or locally. And there's a lot of customization with the vehicles and the characters, of course. It's all fun. I like it. So we'll come off that one. What else should we do? Could do. Let's do Donkey Kong Bonanza just quick, and then I want to do sort of Mario Odyssey because again, it's worth calculating this. We've got 2 games already that are good. We're 2 games in, I think, are great. Games you can't get on any other system, obviously apart from the previous generation, so the Switch 2. And I think that's the sad part, isn't it? Like if you was only on one console, let's say you was just a PlayStation gamer, you're going to miss these. Same way if you're just a Nintendo gamer, you're going to miss so many great story narrative PlayStation games. Every console has its own strength, you know. Oh, there's no point in going through that list. So this is the second area of the game. You do start in the core of the island or whatever it is. At the beginning, it's all a bit darker, gloomy. Does get a bit frustrating. And then you get to go this area here. And it made it a bit more lighter. Put you in a better mood, to be totally honest. It put me in a better mood. I thought, oh, this is nice. And of course, I'm looking forward to progressing further into this game. But effectively, it's... If anyone played Mario Odyssey, it's like Mario Odyssey, but with Donkey Kong instead of Mario and far more destructive because that's literally the whole point, is he literally can destroy everything. You know, not on a bridge. Bridges, because there's only so much destruction, though. If there's a foundation that they want to keep intact for the purposes of... I don't know what's going on in there. Structure. Then they won't let you destroy it. But for it, so I can probably go quite deep here and just keep digging. Look. Oh, wow, I found a chest. Wait a minute. Nice one. I still haven't actually figured out a way to spend this treasure. I've got so much. I've probably missed part in the explanations, to be honest. Wait a minute. That's it. It's the quickest way. It's just to jump and then hammer down. And you just start... Really, you're mining. You're just digging your way through things. It gives you different ways to get a traverse, really. At first, you think, it's a bit repetitive, but it actually gets really fun. And then it gets different mechanics. Look, you can throw things. You can grab your treasures and things quicker with this. Oh, no, I did get an upgrade. Yeah, I got an upgrade through something else. It wasn't through the coins or the gold. It was through the fossil things, I think. But this is, yeah, it's pretty cool. And I've got a long way still to get through this game, so it's well worth getting. Oh, wow, I've just seen the bananas there. Well, let's have a look. So anyway, got 2 similar games in Mario Kart. Now we're going to toast 2 similar games in Donkey Kong Country. Or Donkey Kong, well, not Country, is it? Donkey Kong Bonanza. And Mario Odyssey. Both flagship games for consoles. So Odyssey was at launch, I'm pretty sure, with the Switch original. And then about a month after Switch 2 launched, we got Donkey Kong. So they're about 8 years apart, I think, but both. This one's still timeless. This is still great. Oh, it's the worst map. Oh, I didn't like the desert. So this unfortunately, graphics-wise and game-wise, it's not going to do the game justice. Yeah, I've never been a fan of this section of the game. I don't think I can get away from here either. Oh, I need more. So until it's full, you can't move on to the next area of the game. You have to sort of keep trying to get these moons. I've already beaten a boss, and then it's brought me back here, and I just can't remember what the hell I'm supposed to do, to be totally honest. So I have completed this in the past. Yeah, we'll just play it briefly just to showcase a bit. So it's open world-y to a degree. It's open level rather than open world. You can't just go and do everything you want whenever you want. Like I just said, you have to sort of get to a certain checkpoint before you can move on to the next stage. But effectively, you can sort of traverse around. But if you actually look, there's nothing really over at most of these places. So there's usually a reason to be here. But yeah, it's a bit 3D, open area. Well, I found a moon there. Look, there's one there. How the hell did we get up to that, though? Wait a minute. Jump on it. So that's what we're trying to grab. I can see a moon there in the background, actually. Up the top there. How I'll get there, I don't know at the moment. Yeah. So we just got some more of them to get. And then we move on to the next stage of the game. And it's like... You can actually control things with the hat. So that hat. If you go on a dinosaur, for instance, you'll control a dinosaur. It's just... It's very much like Donkey Kong. Just a different style in itself because the characters are different. But both absolutely incredible. So... What we've established there is we've got 2 incredible platformers in these 2. And then we've got 2 great karting games. Then we've got other games. So if we just go over to my main ones, we just have a look at Nintendo for a minute. Let's focus on the exclusives for just a brief moment. We've got them. Then we've got Mario Brothers U, which is a 2D Mario game from the actually Wii U. It then got adapted over to Switch. But, you know, I think sometimes it gets hate, and I don't get it. I think it's fun. I've always loved it. Yeah, we'll do that, actually. I was going to do a new game, but the problem is with Nintendo, their narratives are crazy. They'll make the cinematic last about 5 minutes before you can even do anything. So we'll try this one, whatever the hell it is. This is a desert. I get bored of the desert maps, in all honesty. But let's just showcase it. Even Mario, even if it feels like it's aging in any way, it still doesn't really, is it? It's just things have moved forward slightly. But yeah, I still think great. So yeah, although the games might be pricey compared to what the other consoles are doing, they're not as pricey. You know, you can probably get this about £30 on or £25, £30 on eBay. I don't know what the digital price is, but think about like what happens with like PlayStation and things. PlayStation games at launch now are like £70. It's all getting a bit mental. Wow, died. Anyway, not worry so much. And you pay for it once, you've got it all the time, haven't you? So you don't have to buy everything at once. That's that one. So yeah, we've got plenty of platforms. We've got Mario Maker. I'm not really a big fan of Mario Maker. The levels are short. We've got Zelda, Link's Awakening. I don't know if I've got the save done for this. Hopefully, but I don't think so. Oh, I've got 2 here. Which one is it? I was further than this into the game, but I don't know if I had Nintendo Online at the time. So this is from my understanding, it's a remake or just a re-release of the a Game Boy game. I think it's Game Boy Advance game. But I think the art style just makes it quite unique and interesting. So you could do the open world of Breath of the Wild, the big, massive, you know, grand game that is, or you can play like these older original style Zelda games. What's a sword I was supposed to get, but I can't remember now. It's probably over there. Yeah, there's not much we can do about a sword. Anyway, that's Zelda, very much in a traditional style, which, in all honesty, I actually prefer. I prefer traditional Zelda rather than this new way they've gone with it. I mean, I don't really get caught up in all that. We could just quickly, I guess, look at an emulator. I'm really worried about doing the GameCube, to be honest. I will have a look. There's not many on the GameCube. I'll do the football one because Wind Waker just has so much conversation in it. It's just so hard to start that. Zelda Wind Waker. So effectively, you've got the premium membership. You have access to these games. And bear in mind, we're looking at like original games that are released are quite expensive, aren't they? Nintendo games. So there is a Switch version of this, but that'd be quite expensive. And instead, you can just play this one. Well, like I say, everyone's saying about there's no games to play. I'm just going to rush through it. And I'm like, well, I'm entertained. I'm entertained. I think it's fun. Very basic, because obviously it's a GameCube game. This isn't enhanced in any way. It's literally just is what it is. It was. So we're not going to play long. I just wanted to show the fact that it's available, you know. There's a lot of games if you've got the membership. The GameCube has the least at the moment, but if you have the Super Nintendo one, there'd be loads of games. Just saving everything. Right, we're not going to go too deep with it, I think. To put it into perspective, actually, I'll quickly show the Super Nintendo, the other one quickly, because I just think the transparency, really. Let's go into Super Nintendo so you can see the level of games there. I won't launch the game because you will know what the consoles look like. We'll just have a look. Oh, just download. I don't know. It's just downloading any save data that you had. And it's always good to start from there. Oh, so something new since I've been here last. Who knows what. And you can move these all around. Not always the biggest games, by the way. Don't know what any of them are. I'm not sure about them. But I like Links to the Past. So you've got the whole Donkey Kong series. Donkey Kong 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool. Mario All-Stars, that has the Mario games, which is useful. Got some Kirby games. Really got all sorts. Some of it's just what I would consider junk. But some are just classic Nintendo. If we just quickly... I'm going to try and do Donkey Kong, but if it does the voice thing at the beginning, I'm going to have to just give up because it's too long-winded at the beginning of the games. Oh, I've just paused it, I think. It's very pixelated. I think it might be too wordy. You just want it to start. This bit obviously is bad. Once you get in the game, it should look better. Oh, thankfully it did. There you go. So there we got. You've got access. So if you've got the membership, this is on the budget one, the £17.99 membership. Oh, I don't know what that was about. But yeah, so that's the £17. But of course, if you've got the £35 one, that all comes included as well. So, but again, this gives you access to games before if you can't afford like the premium ones yet and things, and it just adds to it, of course. They're still timeless. Anyway, so that's the Super Nintendo. I don't know why it always does that. Come out of a game and then it always comes up with the user's choice. Shut it. I don't get it. That must be a bug. Yeah, and then of course you've got the GameCube. I don't want to go through every single thing here. So that's Nintendo that I own. Of course, there's games that I don't own. So there's going to be even more you can play. I don't have access to. Let's have a look at some Lego games just briefly there. We'll probably just do these two. Let's just do these two to start it. So we've already established there's a lot of Nintendo games. You've even got the online subscription, which has its benefits. And again, bear in mind, I don't have every game. And obviously you can take these portable as well, can't we? We can take it undocked. So you've got early years, then you've got the later years. I'm not sure. I've completed this one. I think these are so fun. I love Lego games. Yeah, Lego. So, oh, it's saying 2.6% now. When did I complete it on? Oh, for love. Well, I can't remember what platform I completed it on. I'm pretty sure it was on the Switch. Oh, so annoying because now I've got to figure out whether we've got to go. Maybe we're supposed to go through the door we started on. Anyway, the whole point really is we're just showing how dynamic it is, how many games, like the sort of games we can play on it. Oh, it's not letting me switch to Hermione. Oh, there. I don't know if it is Hermione, is it? So you can interact with things. Yeah, I was supposed to go that way. So they brought me in this door, and I was supposed to leave through that door. Anyway, so that's Lego Harry Potter. Let's get through that. Oh, this is getting stupid. Lego Jurassic World. Download the save. This is what I'm saying though. Like, I think even if we just establish up to here, there's plenty to play on the Switch. Now, okay, this is Switch games perhaps predominantly rather than Switch 2, but it will enhance games that struggled previously. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And it's not that much. If you was going to buy a Switch right now, it's only about £150 more anyway. Why would you get a previous generation model that is it's limited now at the end of its life when you can have the new one that plays both anyway? I'm pretty sure I'm a lot further in my saves than this because I've got them on different machines. I've literally got most of the Lego games on every machine I own, whether it's PS5, whether it's Switch or PC. So it could be anywhere where I've completed it. Oh, it probably was a PC actually. The other one. So this has Lego. This is Lego Jurassic World. Like it's Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, so it's pretty cool. Of course, as you can see here, you can go that way for Jurassic Park, or you go the other way for Jurassic World, which is mad. So that one, the Jurassic World one, takes you on a train. There's a train you grab.
Good morning, sirs, madam. Welcome to Jurassic Park. You'll find a vehicle you can take.
Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Wait a minute.
Changed your mind? Okay, that's your choice. Never mind, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Of course, there's like it's just like the Harry Potter one. You know, you still walk around, hit things, interact. But yeah, got a Jurassic World version. So let's get out of that. We go and do. I don't think the dog one's going to work. And like I said, there's a lot of demos as well that you can play through. If we just try, let's try Borderlands just quick because I was testing that out recently on handheld mode. I didn't try it on the docked. Now, again, remember that a lot of these are Switch original, not Switch 2, but likely slightly enhanced, not officially enhanced, but because the hardware's better. You do have to bear in mind the fact that, like, if there's no absolute official enhancement, it can be limited by whatever limitation was placed on the game for it to work originally, you know. Well, what is this? So in docked mode, in handheld mode, I was actually really enjoying myself with this. I thought, you know what, it plays great. It looks fine. So let's see what it looks like here. Well, it's going mental. So it might require me to tinker with... Oh. I don't know. So it might require some tinkering with the control to make sure it works, but overall, you know, I'm quite impressed. This is Borderlands, which means we've got all the Borderlands, you know, up to I don't know if three's on Switch. But yeah, anyway, pretty cool. So if we actually look at where I got that from, I got it in a bundle pack. It came with three Borderlands games. Was it AAA? Yeah. Anyway, so where are they? Yeah, Borderlands there. Then we've also got Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel. Then we've got Bioshocks. We've got Assassin's Creed games. Again, like I said, most of them are not going to be installed because of file sizes. I've got a couple of Doom games here. Rocket League, Overwatch, Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, it's self-explanatory, really. Then we've got some other games that I've got relatively cheap. These are all great. Like I said, we've got this Shinobi demo as well. But even something like Ori, we'll just quickly load this. Let's hope it loads fast, because I don't like the games that take so long to start up. This was quite a beautiful looking game. I'm hoping it still is. So on my screen, I think maybe because I'm playing it at 1080 on my screen, it looks a little bit blurry. But I think when it's recording, it probably looks nicer. Because what's happening is I'm recording at 1080p, but I do render my videos at 4K because I don't just create gaming content, and I want the 4K for my other content, so I don't really switch between. So it might sharpen it a little bit. But this game, this is one of the ones that are like £5-6 when it's on sale. Like I said, there's the other one I showed in earlier with the store. It's the sequel to this. It's one I still need to add. So you don't always need to have the AAA expensive games, especially like the Nintendo exclusives. You can enjoy other games too, you know, relatively cheap. And there's many of these types of games on the system. But I was only doing it really showcase. Then we've had, I think, a Sonic as well, that sort of game. We've got Sonic Mania there. We have got the Shinobi that I was going to showcase. I'm not sure if we're going to get round to it. Hades, Moonlight. Hades is great. If you're going to get a Switch, I'd say definitely get Hades. Like, Hades is too good. Where are we? Oh, it's picked up where I left off. That's actually really good. Okay. Normally you could restart back at the beginning. So it's quite fast paced. But for me, this is like one of my favourite games on Switch. If you're going to play in handheld mode, if I'm playing in handheld mode, this is just fun. I feel like it's a game that was just made for portable. It's fast, it's frantic. It's challenging at times. Like when you get near the end of each level, big nightmare. Anyway, it's Hades, pretty cool. But as I was showing before, when you play game last, it all ends up here, so it can knock off your favourite games. I wish you could pin them. We'll try the dog thing. I don't think it's going to work. I had a problem before. I'm pretty sure we're going to have the same problem because I'm using a controller. This has no gyroscope or anything. And for me personally, like I've got a grip around my Switch 2 because I prefer in handheld mode, so I don't use the Joy-Con separately anymore. It's too much hassle. So I've got a bit of an issue really with this game. Yeah, it's not even playing with this. It doesn't seem to want to work with this controller for some reason. Oh, I think I had this problem before actually. It might actually be a point where I have to turn it off and on. Oh, what annoying. I'm not sure I had much more to show, to be totally honest. Yeah, this one game just causes absolute havoc with my controller for some reason. Well, we'll see if I turn it off and on whether it works, because sometimes the capture cards can be a bit of a pain. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it comes straight back on. There you go. Oh, I better go straight into the game though. Oh, I bet it does. I don't think it works. Ah, I think we just have to turn the whole thing off and on, like pop-up off. Wait a minute. That's a shame. Oh, I might be able to just get it in restart. Let's do that. Hopefully, it'll just load quick. But yeah, that's the one you're going to need in portable mode. I think that's about it, really. I mean, obviously, it depends on what games you own, but the potential's there, you know, to have a real good experience. Like I say, you've got good demos to play through. It's not like you've got to invest money at that point. And we've also got, you know, what we've got going on here. There's plenty, you know what I mean? Like for me, I've got a lot to play. And yeah, so anyone that thinks the Switch is pointless or something, I'm thinking, I don't really know where they're coming from because I think there's a lot of games. You know, if I was to do it here, like most sort by, recently played it is that. But that recently played can be downloaded as well. So there's obviously some small games, some big games. But it's just something, I think it's something for everyone. And I personally think it's a great console. So the idea there's nothing on it, I think it's just mental. It's just there's nothing really. The more recent ones, yeah. But it depends how patient you are, you know. I'm impressed with Switch 2.